Hello everyone, I'm Bianca Yuson, and today we will be discussing about one sample t-test. So what is one sample t-test? A one sample t-test is a statistical test used to determine whether the mean of a single sample differs significantly from a known or hypothesized population mean. It is commonly used when the population standard deviation is unknown and the sample size is relatively small. So when is one sample t-test used? A one sample t-test is used when you want to compare the mean of a single sample to a specific value or population mean to determine if there is statistically significant difference. It is typically applied when the population standard deviation is unknown and the sample size is small. Example: a teacher claims that the average score of a student in a class is 75. You take a random sample of 20 students and find their mean score is 72 with a standard deviation of 5. So you can use a one sample t-test to check if the sample mean 72 is significantly different from the hypothesized population mean. So here's how to use a one sample t-test step by step. Number 1. State the hypothesis. Null hypothesis: the sample mean equals the population mean. Alternative hypothesis: the sample mean does not equal to the population mean. Step number 2. Collect data. Gather sample data, the sample mean, sample size, and sample standard deviation. Step 3. Calculate the test statistic. Use the formula that was shown in the screen. Step 4. Determine degrees of freedom. And step 5. Find the critical value of p-value. Using a t-distribution table or software, compare the calculated t-value to the critical value or calculate the p-value based on the desired significance level. Step 6. Make a decision. If the absolute t-value is greater than the critical value or the p-value is less than the a, reject the null hypothesis. Otherwise, fail to reject null hypothesis. Number 7. Conclude. Interpret the result in the context of the problem. So what are some applications where you can use one sample t-test? Number 1. We can use it in quality control. Checking if the mean weight, length, or lifespan of manufactured products matches the company's standard. Number 2. Education. Testing if the average score of a class matches a national or expected benchmark. Number 3. Healthcare. Evaluating if a treatment improves patients' outcome compared to a standard or expected value. Example: average blood pressure. Number 4. Agriculture. Comparing crop yield from a new fertilizer to the expected yield. Number 5. Finance. Checking if the average return on investment matches a target or historical average. Number 6. Environmental science. Testing if the average of pollution level in an area differs from a regulated standard. So describe a real-world scenario where you can use the one sample t-test. So example: a nutritionist claims that the average daily sugar intakes of adult in a city is 50 grams. To verify this, a random sample of 30 adults is taken and their daily sugar intake is recorded. So the dependent variable is daily sugar intake measured in grams and the data type is continuous. The independent variable is the hypothesized mean, 50 grams, and the data type is fixed constant. The nutritionist uses a one sample t-test to determine if the sample mean significantly differs from 50 grams.